Hello and welcome to the tavern. My name's Jay. We're back with more Wild Assault. Update happened. It's a much bigger update. It actually addresses the entire assault class. Not in a it changes everything. I'm not sure what it changes for Norman exactly. I would have to test that out myself. But it changes how it changes a bit of their stats. We'll say that we'll say it like that, right? It changes more of their stats rather than anything meaningful. So for Norman, it's basically all about the ultimate because the major problem with Norman is the ultimate, and this is what I would consider a problem: is all charge is too fast, and I may demonstrate that at some point, but all charge is too fast. So we'll just leave it at that. So we'll get into all the numbers, all the changes, yada yada yada. And for now, just sit down, relax, grab something to eat, something to drink, watch the big screen. We're gonna go into all the numbers, all the changes, and then have a bit of fun. Because unlike before, I did play a little bit. I haven't noticed anything different so far, but basically these four got changed. Oh, and they're gonna add in a new scout at some point. They need they're going for like abilities and whatnot. So let's get into this. So you're gonna see everything kind of like dumbed down a little bit. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Uh, yeah, it'll be dumbed down a little bit. Oh, I guess it dumbs down from like. Oh, okay. So having multiple things on. So I have two screens. Having multiple things on one screen would dumb it down versus the other screen. So I do have it on the other screen. I'm gonna enlarge it real fast. So we have Fox. Fox is talent optimization. Fix an issue where the self movement speed increase talent was not working. Adjusted values for balance. Then it's growth talent 1 and 2. They basically cut that in half. So talent 1, this is talent 1. Movement speed increased by 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 when invisible. So anytime you go invisible, movement speed increase. That was 24%, but it wasn't working, but they adjusted that to be less. Now, my thing is, that's not an issue, because that's only when she's invisible, and the invisibility is a sphere that you throw. Basically, a grenade hits a certain area, and then that's that. But I think it also affects ultimate when you go invisible during the slide. Keep that in mind. So they're trying to adjust for the slide. So that's that, right? What do? You reduce melee damage by 15%, but increase the attack speed. Okay, so there's that. So combat talent optimization. Fix an issue where melee damage reduction and melee attack speed bonus did not apply to side slash. So because side slash is a melee attack, this entire talent tree was not being adjusted to it. So now if they go this route, right, their attack speed will increase by 30%, but that slash damage now decreases by 15%. So now it does less damage. It's still going to do less damage, but they also tweak the damage. We'll go over that in a bit. Fix an abnormal value, 49.5%, when the melee attack speed talent was maxed. Corrected to 30. So this was improperly being corrected to like near 50%. So if you put that back to 30, it's fine. The melee was never like the issue. So advanced talents rework. Replace temporary movement speed after weapon swap with double kill triggers reload speed boost. Meaning you get a double kill, you reload for 30% for like 3.5 seconds. It's on a 20-second cooldown. So they changed that for the assault class throughout. So the assault class now gets this, which it benefits them more than just a speed boost for whatever. Which I'm hoping they would change everything and still like get this out of the way. Like they need to change this. Otherwise, this is fine. This is for their combat talent. She's a melee focused character, so this is fine. So that is that. Then we have skill adjustments. This is still for her. Enigma. Stealth during charm stance now grants 12% damage reduction. So basically, every time she leaves out a transparent clone, 12% damage reduction. Or stealth during that. So during stealth, with that, grants a 12% damage reduction. So think every time she slides, every time she slides and leaves a clone, every time whatever happens, that is a more damage reduction, which is fine because it's only for stealth. Encounter, tactical ability. Wait, encounters the tactical ability? Hold up. Oh, okay. So encounter is tactical, and then just so damage reduction in encounter is removed. So no longer there is no damage reduction while in stealth. Only for when she's in Basically, it's only when she's moving she gets the damage reduction. When in stealth during the ultimate she gets the damage reduction. So it's now easier to deal with her. Because it never made sense that she gets damage reduction while in stealth. And then departure, signature ability. Base damage of side slash now reduced from 110 to 75. So that's what? A 35 damage decrease. And to me, and then we also have to think of like the 15% damage reduction, which is not going to be a lot. So it's probably going to do around like maybe, I can do like a little bit of calculations here. I'm going to use a calculator right now. 75 times. So basically it's going to do like 65 damage. So it basically lost more damage if you go that talent tree. But realistically, it doesn't none of this. It doesn't deal with how mobile she is and her passive. The major problem with Fox here is the passive. The reason why the passive is the issue. Am I slowing down? I'm probably slowing down. Probably because she's in the frame. So we're just going to go into talent here. But the reason why the passive is an issue is because every time she gets a kill, and if you go this top talent tree here and assist, it resets the cooldown for everything. And that's where the problem actually lies. So I would probably change the passive before anything to, instead of resetting everything, to reduce the cooldown by X amount or X percent. We'll probably go like an X amount to like a set amount, because like let's say 25% of 20 would change to the 15, but then you have 25% of 15, and it'd be just like for all of that, I might as well just say like 5, 5, 5, and 5. But that's just how I look at it. But the problem with the Fox here is always going to be the passive, and the passive needs to be addressed. Like you can revert all of this and probably like keep the fixes that were there. Revert all of that, and if you just make the passive not be overbearing, then it would be fine in my opinion. Because reducing the damage doesn't really solve the issue. It lowers the time to kill. Don't get me wrong. Lowers the time to kill. But it doesn't solve the issue of she keeps using her abilities over and over, and it just resets on kill. So it should just be like reduced to cooldown by X amount per kill. And then I think that'll really cement that. Because so these changes do like make her easier to deal with while keeping her the same way, but it's just in the hands of someone who was like really good, in the hands of someone, let's say, decent. It becomes, I'm gonna go in there because the whole thing is during the slide she can still shoot you, deal enough damage because it takes like maybe 2 or 3 shots to like bring you down to a certain HP pool, maybe depending on like um HP type, and then do the slash, cut you down, do it all over again, keep going. But that's all there is to Fox. Now we have Norman. Actually, we'll go for, instead of Norman, we'll go Ryan. So they, again, the talent adjustment, same thing with the talent class, double kill triggers reload speed, and then they changed his ultimate. Well, not changed, but buffed his ultimate. So ultimate ability, short range, short barrel shotgun buff, increase damage fall off distance and reduce fall off multiplier. So now it's gonna be more effective with a longer range, and the penalty for the damage fall off is gonna be less. Pretty good, makes it bearable. Interaction optimized shield bash now interrupts reloading during the ultimate. Fix the bug where left click shield bash could interrupt sprinting. So just something along the lines. Then we have Athena. So both her abilities is basically both of her abilities are, they cannot go through walls anymore, and mechanism adjustment during ability activation, hiding enemy name tags is no longer triggered. And then for the icy tail blade, which is basically the silence, they made it from like a spherical to like cylindrical, and for the silence, effective height is slightly lower than damage range. So basically, it's just putting her in line, making sure her ability doesn't go through walls, which no ability should go through walls, except for maybe Jax, but that's because his is designed for like to pierce through the wall. And then we get to Norman. Fixed issues where melee damage reduction and melee attack speed bonuses did not apply to the ultimate ability Pounce. So because that wasn't being applied, he kept doing damage of 150. Like 150 throughout, maybe a little bit more. He kept that damage. And then the talent rework. Skill ability. Primal Fury. Damage mechanic optimized. Right click pounds now damages now varies by state. During the tactical sprint, which is like running on all fours, deals 1 damage. Normal state 168. Oh, and the jumps will be doing 150. Handling improved. Increase the window for chaining pounces. Reduce recovery time after pounce before using left click attack. Then it's fixed an issue where the final pounce could be forcibly interrupted before the ability ended. No damage reduction at this time. Fixed the bug where left click could be interrupted while sprinting. Basically, they changed how pounce works. It's now affected by, because Norman also has the talent of reduce melee attack by 15%, which means that 150 damage is now going to be doing, instead of like 15, it's probably going to do maybe 120, maybe a little bit less. Again, calculations. So like 150 times 150 times 0.5. Yeah, it's gonna do 22 less. So it is gonna do what, 138 or 128. 128. So it's gonna do like 128. It's still gonna be enough to one shot basically me. and then that'll be that. Everything else is just added systems, crosshairs, whatnot. And then the best buff of all, they finally gave I consider this best buff. During my Christmas outfit, I have my ears back instead of it hiding behind in my hat. Because it doesn't make sense for it to hide in the hat and then the ears just kind of like flop down. If anything, the ears kind of like should have like come out to the side. Is what it is though. Those are all the changes. The Norman change is the one change I have to test out. Only because I have to figure out what the window timing means. Because if I don't know what the window timing means, then I can't fully test that out.
Cover me. I'm reloading. Reloading. Locked and loaded. Cover me. I'm reloading. Reloading. Cover me. I'm reloading. Reloading. Ready to hunt.
Okay.
Face me.
Okay, that's actually like a long window. Okay. Okay, I'm actually good with that nerf. Because now that is a long enough time period to where like you have to go with your melee attacks. Obviously the speed is going to be increased with the talent tree, but I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. Okay, so now that I actually tested out the pounds, now I can say for certain Norman is in a more balanced state. I still have to like see how Fox plays because they didn't really change anything besides numbers for Fox. But that's about it. So overall, I would say the patch is good, especially people who are noticing like, yeah, you can now like Normans can't just like go in a crowd and just massacre people, because that was one of the issues with Norman. He gets his ult and he just goes in, swipes everybody down, damage reduction like 50%, lowering down per second to I think about maybe 15%. Which, if granted, if you're gonna have that, then the pounce shouldn't last as long, and it should be punishing to pounce into a group. So now it's a lot more punishing, and they did change across the board all of the assault class. So realistically, I would say good start. That being said, let's see what they do for the scout, because the scout class, for the most part, plays either like they either play like an expert or they play like an assault. Croc plays like an assault. Jack plays like an expert. And while they have scouting abilities, it doesn't apply to like the team. So let's see what they do with the scout class, because they are gonna add a raccoon this time. Because they are gonna add a raccoon. It's gonna be a mad scientist, so it's gonna have like gadgets and stuff. I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do, because as a scout, it should just be like, I, I'll shoot my ideas after the match, because I have an idea for one ability, and it plays more like a scout. Because realistically, a scout shouldn't have access to
Green light. Capture the targets. Have the first kill.
Hold on. Enemy attack. Friends are taking fire. Do not. Huh? Someone's hit. Enemy is reloading. Almost ready. Friends are taking fire. Oh, someone's hit. Friends are taking fire. Cover me. I'm reloading. Hold on. Medical device is ready. It's reloading. Almost ready. Cover me. I'm reloading.
Okay.
Do not engage. Do not engage. Huh? Friends are taking fire. Reloading. Almost ready. Someone's hit.
Attacker, maintain the attack and clear them out.
Friends are taking fire. Enemy attack is eye on me. Cover me. I'm reloading. Linda, please. Someone's hit. Reloading. Almost.
This is gonna be nuts.
Someone's hit. Enemy attack. Do not engage. Do not engage.
Bravo 1.
Friends are taking fire. Reloading. Almost ready. Do not engage.
This is what an alting bunny does.
Someone's hit.
Literally, this is what an alting bunny does. I have not left alt since I launched it.
Friends are taking fire.
Securing Bravo 2. Stay alert.
Someone's hit. Cover me. I'm reloading.
That's an alting bunny. When you have the right talent, that alt lasts forever. It is okay. I would say this, right? That part of Bunny's kit is broken because it just keeps going.
Friends are reloading. Almost ready.
It keeps. It's a good thing it doesn't like do anything more than just that.
Cover me. I'm reloading. Do not engage. Do not engage. Hang in there, please. Do not engage. Do not reloading. Almost ready.
Like, luckily, it doesn't do anything more than that. Because anything more would be like overkill.
Reloading.
Like, if I can get it while alting.
Hold on.
Oh, I got it again.
Do not engage. Reloading.
Oh, back to
I'm reloading.
damn. Yeah, so like the biggest problem right now is like I'm using the gun I'm using is the SMG5. Piss poor gun, doesn't do what it needs to do, and I'm playing it with a range. So I'm playing like ranged mods, double range mods, and like you see how I like tap fire, right? I tap fire because it's far more accurate to tap fire, and I'm gonna have to do that regardless. Damn. It's one of those things I'm gonna have to do like regardless of the situation, tap fire, because it just does more.
reloading.
I could go from this way, but I don't think I have anything remotely necessary to.
Medical device is ready.
Never mind.
Should die on me.
Never mind. I lied.
Reloading. Almost ready. Friends are taking fire. Cover me. I'm reloading. Reloading. Almost ready.
That was a bad waste of an ultimate. Bad waste of an ultimate. But yeah, like, so we haven't seen much, but Fox so far, I would say the buffs put her in like in line damage wise, to where she can come in, do the damage she needs to do, and then bolt out. Because realistically, if she's not in a, well, she is an assassin type character. But here's the thing, right? The slide needs to be one of those things where she comes in, shoots while doing it, goes for like the side slash. It's like a circle, so it does damage within like a small range. But yeah, it's like damage wise, great. Doing too much damage in like a big crowd, and that is fine. Norman's pounce, because it now has like a long wind up time. Because it has a long wind up time now, it's like it's far more punishable. You can't just go into a crowd. So it's supposed to like be used to like go in, hit them with a few more melee attacks, because you do that, then you go for another one within like 3 seconds. That's what I want. That's what I wanted, right? That small window, because to just keep going and going and going is just like it's kind of nuts. It's way too fast for like most other characters. So now we're in a state where we are now in a state. I like the SMG5, and I think I've gotten like a good feel for it.
Enemy attack. Hang in there, please.
I hate that bug. I might have to like file that as like a bug, just because of like how much it like affects my movement.
Friends are taking fire.
Okay. Okay.
I'll catch you out. Hold on.
Okay. So now we have the bots actually doing their job. They still can't do my job better than me, but that's fine.
Enemy attack.
Okay. The Yuli Mobile is what got me. Actually, I don't even know if they're bots. The toxin. Okay. This might be... This might be I need a bit more damage. So now we're going to use the DMP. And I think I put the DMP for bigger, better damage. Not better damage, but more faster.
Hang in there, please.
Oh, what am I doing here?
Someone's hit. Cover me. I'm reloading. Friends are taking fire.
Yeah, now I can have a bit more fun with the game. Now I can say, hey, the balance of the game is in a better spot. Because going up against it is fine. Using it, you have to use your brain a little bit more. Because it should never be a situation in which you can just kind of like ignore.
Someone's hit.
Like, you should never be in a situation where you can just kind of ignore everything. Like, you can't just... Basically, like, let's not go with, like, the push buttons approach. Because that's exactly what the game was. Push buttons, win. And now I'm going to go for a different gun because I think we need this. If you can stay alive long enough, maybe I can get in there.
Enemy attack. Friends are taking fire. Reloading. Almost ready. Do not engage. Do not engage. Reloading. Almost ready.
Can I do anything here?
Someone's hit. They could have been saved if I was faster.
Securing Bravo 1. Stay alert.
No, nothing I can do.
We've lost Bravo 2.
Because, like, okay. So because they're all dying there, I think it's going to be best to take care of B1.
Take those positions. The enemy has Bravo 2.
Friends are taking fire. Do not engage. Do not engage. Cover me. I'm reloading.
Bravo 1 taking fire. Defend the position.
Yeah, like right now, what's happening with the team is they're tunnel vision into like one spot.
Bravo 1 is now in enemy hands.
Because they're tunnel visioned, they're not trying to like do anything extra.
Someone's hit. Enemy attack. Hang in there, please. Medical device ready. Oh, not engaged. Hold on. Don't you die on me.
Come on, reload, reload, reload.
Enemy attack. Friends are taking fire. Do not engage.
Fuck.
Hang in there, please. Someone's hit. Reloading. Almost ready.
God damn it. Yeah, I don't think we win in this one. Which is, it's fine. We're having fun at this point. Because everything is more balanced and actually, like, fun.
We've lost too many games.
Hold on.
Secure those positions now.
Friends are taking fire.
Okay.
Enemy attack. Reloading. Almost ready. Someone's hit.
2 is now in enemy hands.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, don't ever complain. This is a 20 versus 20.
Securing Bravo 1. Stay alert.
Like, I'm sorry, you can't do anything.
Attacker.
I,
Maintain the attack.
I can't do anything, but it's like I'm trying my goddamn best.
The enemy has
But it's like you left the team because nothing's happening.
I'm not just about the digs.
Like, okay, I'm sorry if you have to rage quit because like, oh, my team isn't doing anything, but then you're not doing anything and you rage quit. Like, I just find it funny because it's like, yeah, my team ain't doing shit. I don't want to be in a losing team, but it's like at the same time, what are you doing? Are you moving beyond anything? Are you doing something fundamental? Are you making plays? No, shut the fuck up. Like, it's one of those things of it's just one of those things of like, don't play the game if you're going to rage quit. Just please don't. Because here's the thing, right? If you're gonna rage quit, if you're gonna get mad because something's not happening, put down the controller, play a single player game, play something else. Because like, for you to rage quit in the middle of a game because it's not going the way you want, but you're not playing to the way everybody else is playing. You're not adapting to the situation. That's the biggest thing, right? Adapt to a situation. It's as simple as this: adapt or die. Don't play a game expecting people to just like bend to your will. You are you. You can only control the flow of battle your way. If you aren't going to like control the flow of battle, if you're not gonna like adapt to try to like change a situation to make it like playable for your side, then don't play the game. You're better off playing a PvE game where people will actually just know what to do. People won't know what to do in this game. Like when I complain about the bots, but I want the bots gone. So far though, this update has been like a very good update. A lot of people complain like, oh, the Fox is ruined, because they lowered the damage, and it's like, this is what I see, right? Fox isn't ruined. They lowered the damage because the damage was too high. Same with Norman. Well, sort of. Same with Norman and Pounce. Damage was like coming in too fast. Because let's face it, right? 110 damage on a character that resets cooldowns, and most of the characters have like 120 health. Like even doing half health that's fundamental. Because it's not like we can exactly escape. We can put up a fight, but we can't escape. And people are just kind of like, they're coming in with the mindset of like, I could just one tap an entire crowd, not have to aim, and now that their damage is cut, it's like, oh no, the character is ruined because now I have to aim my gun. And it's just like, no, the character's not ruined. You have to play smarter. What's... Oh, we're playing Oh, I'm playing with. I had the wrong gun.
Securing target Alpha.
I literally have the wrong gun.
We have the target. Move on to the next team.
That's a lot of explosives.
Hang in there, please. Do not engage. Do not engage. Friends are taking fire. Cover me. I'm reloading.
Okay. Damn.
Cover me.
Just mowing down.
Hold on. Someone's... Friends are taking fire. Enemy attack. Do not engage. Do not cover me. I'm reloading. Hang in there. Please. Ready to fly.
That's fine. But yeah, while I'm down, I'm gonna have to change up my gun because I need more range than I do, not the DMP. Actually, we'll go with the DMP.
Someone's dead. Win.
Did I get him? Okay, that was a headshot, right? No, it's just a lot of damage. But like, yeah. Fox, I'll probably just say my piece at the end. But I think the game is far more balanced now.
Friends are taking fire. Do not engage. Someone's hit. Reloading. Almost ready. Friends are taking fire. Cover me. I'm reloading. Hold on. Someone's hit. Reloading. Almost ready.
Took unnecessary damage.
Listen up. I'll catch you out. Ready?
That's my ultimate.
Ready. Enemy attack. Don't shoot eye on me. Someone's hit.
And this is what I mean, right? No, I say that, but it's like, no, not really.
Hang in there, please. Friends are taking fire.
I said it a lot. What the fuck is going on here? Get back up.
Someone's hit. Medic here. You'll be fine. Friends are taking fire. Enemy attack. Listen up. I'll catch you out. Medic here. You'll be fine. Listen, do not engage. Do not engage. Someone's
Okay.
Almost ready.
Not sure what's going on here, but it's like that right there. Like that guy needs to be dealt with. I see an Irwin there. All right.
Attacker, maintain the attack and clear them out.
Do not engage. Do not engage. Hang in there, please. We will definitely win. Friends are taking fire. Enemy attack. Someone's hit. Hold on. Cover me. I'm reloading. Oh.
Fuck.
Friends are taking.
Okay.
Enemy attack.
Need you.
Medicine. Do
Get
not
up.
engage. Do not. Someone's hit. Cover me. I'm reloading.
Get up.
Listen up.
Get up.
Catch you out. Friends are taking fire. Oh. Medical device is ready. Should die on me. Hang in there, please. Reloading. Almost ready. Someone's hit. Friends are taking fire. Oh. Enemy attack.
I got plenty of time for this shit. There we go. Well, bam. Frame rate's gonna dip a little bit, but that's fine.
They could have been saved if I was faster.
Basically, that's what Rabbit realistically wants to do. Play at range, pot shots from afar, but I can't do that unless I build my weapon for it. And even then, I don't have the damage, which is why I have to resort to like the DMP. But yeah, um, all in all, the buffs were right. I don't know about Fox. I still think it should have been reduced the passive, change that. Let me see. Can you guys see that? Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, the buffs were fine, or the nerfs, they were fine. They did what they were supposed to do. Bring the characters in line to slow down the pace of the game, because the pace of the game was way too fast with those two characters, versus like everybody else who had to kind of like climb to try to do what they have to do. For example, I can't do my job if I have to be constantly hounded by somebody who's not doing theirs. So like, I'm just gonna like leave the party real fast. So basically, it's like this, right? If the fox was left unchecked and there weren't many counters, then Rabbit can't do her job, Cat can't do her job, and it becomes a lot harder to get anything done. Same with Norman. If he gets his alt, it's impossible for me to get my job done because his pounce travels. And that's the difference with those two. They travel. The assault class is all about traveling. And so because they can do that at such great distances, it becomes harder for they get to the back line really easily because just wipe out everybody else. My ultimate wouldn't matter because I just took like 99% of my health. Like let's say like 90% plus of my health, and I just go down like a sack of bricks. Because I don't get damage reduction while they do in certain scenarios. But yeah, the nerfs were fine. They actually did what they were supposed to do. And for all the like the fox lovers in this game, don't get mad that your damage got nerfed because you can't aim. Aim your gun, aim it while sliding, do what you got to do there. Be tactical because at the assault class you still have to be tactical. So be tactical, do what you got to do from that standpoint, and just get better. Because being able to do everything at the push of a button and just turn your brain off because the character is easier to use, then it's just. And I have used her at like a novice level, but I can see that it becomes something very abusable depending on like the situations. That's all I gotta say on that. It was a good update. Well, I want them to. I want to see what they do for for like the next for the next role. So assault got adjusted like across the board. One of their main talents got changed. So instead of just being like a throwaway talent, it now becomes, do I want like the double kill reload speed? Is that viable? Basically it goes like this, right? Because now they have two viable paths for the most part, something that's pertaining to their top talent and then their bottom talent is just all about the guns, then I liked that because it's about like melee versus guns. For me, I will go into Bunny here. This talent is all about movement speed after rescuing, restore 30 HP per rescue. I don't think, I don't know. I feel like that needs to change because I don't have the HP to like keep everything up. And then this is what changed because now this is for the guns, and then this extra movement speed. It could easily just be It could easily be something else pertaining to the weapon. Simply put, there's something else pertaining to the weapon. That being said, I did not mean to go an hour long, but that's just how much fun I was having and how much information was actually like put into it. And since I do like doing testing myself, at some point I may test out Fox to see if she's really nerfed or is she actually put into her proper place. Norman right now is put into his proper place. I've tested that because the biggest thing to test with Norman is the pounce, the ultimate. Tested that, he's put into his place. He's going to die a lot more frequently if he pounces into a crowd. So again, they have to be smarter in how they approach things. A good player will still be a good player, but like you still would have to learn the proper engagements. That being said, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. The tavern is closed. I shall see you all Monday, and hope to see you back here again. And I hope to see more people play this game. It is in a better state now as of this update that happened yesterday. For me, it'll be I'm playing the update the day of. So if you do enjoy a Battlefield kind of game, or a let's say a cheaper game that's like a cheaper Battlefield slash Call of Duty, this is what this game is. That being said, see you all later. Have fun.